In the next couple of movies, I'm going to look at clipping past the various ways that you can mask an image so that it appears it has no background. So I'm going to start off with a pretty simple example here. And I've got this red chili pepper. I'm going to drop it on the page here and maybe just resize it a little bit, make it a tad smaller like that. Close up bridge. Now, a lot of people, when they start off in InDesign, have a lot of problems with this because they see a photograph and it looks as if it has no background, but when they place it on top of something, it has a background. It has a white background. And even if I come up to the frame, you can see that I have no fill. Well, everything, especially JPEGs, have some sort of background, and white is not nothing. Now, there are ways to deal with this within Photoshop, and we'll get to that a little bit later, but if you don't have this option, I'm going to show you a few ways to deal with it. And first of all, you can create a mask in InDesign by creating a frame the size of the object. And let's start with that. So first of all, we've got to select our pen tool here. That's this first option in this flyout here. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm going to do. Now, before you do this, actually, one thing you should do is set this to high resolution. Where's my display performance? Here it is, high quality display. And that way you're going to see as much detail as possible in it. I'll go back to my pen tool. Now, I'm going to do this rather quickly because just for time constraints of the video, I'm just going to come over and just click, press, then reshape it a little bit, reshape it a little bit after pressing down here like this, and this isn't going to be terribly accurate. Now, if you're not sure what I'm doing here, you probably want to revisit the tutorial on the pen tool in the beginning tutorial, because we go into detail how to use these features. And you can see I'll just go around the curves like this, trying to get it as accurate as possible. Pressing and dragging each time. You see, as it takes me longer, I'm getting faster, making longer curves here just to speed things up for you. Now, obviously, if you had a very complex drawing like this pepper behind us, this is not a particularly suitable option here. So then we've created the frame. You can see I've got some mistakes here, but I can deal with this a little bit later. So I can select the frame here, and then I'll just go back and select our pepper. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go Edit, Cut. Then I'll come over and select the frame. I can see it here, but of course it gets selected as we move over it here. And then I'll choose Edit, and this time I'm going to choose Paste Into. So it pastes into the frame. And let me just turn the bottom layer off here so that you can see it a little bit better before I turn it back on. And there you can see we have created a frame the shape of the pepper. I'll select the frame again here, and I'll come through and I'll set the swatch to 0. I went the wrong way there. There we go. But I can still come through and edit it. So I'll just click here, my tool, click on it. I got a hand grabber I don't really want here, so there we go. I can just move and adjust these carefully like that, and then just adjust how it fits to the image. As I said, I'm not going to spend too much time getting this exact, but now I've effectively created a mask for this image, and when I come in over here and turn the background on like that, there we have created a mask for this, and we can just move it around the page like that, and it looks pretty good.